So when is this going to be started?
In 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I proposed to Carmen if she wants to start playing, because we've already set up. The music is of course the thing. So, but yeah, we're just waiting for the last. Right. Yeah.
Good morning.
Like we're in the studio.
Don't you want to wait for the rest of the
Somehow
guests?
the chair fits together.
No, maybe probably they will come 10 minutes later. It happens all the time with the guests. So I'll just start and interview Philip and.
Hallo,
okay.
Markus, hi.
Maybe we're lucky. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Markus,
Derek, nice to meet you. Hi, Derek, nice to meet you. Hi, Derek, nice to meet you. You're also part of the kids. Okay, no.
Is it coming to out?
So welcome. Do you know Philip already?
I know.
Yeah? These are Sebastian and Marcus of Kiezexplorer.
Ah, Kiezexplorer.
Ja.
Ich habe Deutsch noch nichts gesehen auf eurer Webseite, aber das klingt spannend.
Gleich mal mit dem iPhone.
Eine App hier, okay. Und du bist auch?
Nein, vor Gast. Gut. Hi everyone.
Hi.
I'm Marcus.
Carmen, hi.
You're making music?
Yes.
I'm waiting for FridayatSix.
Could you get one for me as well, please?
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, take a seat.
Over here.
So who's going to talk in the show?
Well, so Sebastian can talk about the development part and I can talk about the project itself. And so.
Yeah, okay, so we'll start with you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool. Thank you very much. Yeah.
So for everybody who is already tuning in, welcome to this live show from the office of Wawa FM. And in a couple of minutes we're going to start the show in the interviews, but first we're going to listen to Carmen, a wonderful artist here from Berlin. What are you going to play, Carmen?
I play Eternal Chaos.
Okay, well, go ahead, thank you.
I'm a stranger to myself, wearing clothes that smack of cold smoke from last night, sick of the right decision, searching for an answer in a distant twilight. Yesterday in high spirits, today devastated, encircled by a sea of tears, filtering my dancer's thoughts, being hypnotized by the same song in my ears. Is there any wonder Storm, this eternal chaos. Is there when you wonder? Take it and turn it into light.
Thank you so much, Carmen, for playing, and I'm really delighted that we're going to hear more from you this whole hour. So welcome everybody who's watching the live stream, but also who's listening to this podcast Friday at 6. Welcome to the show. I'm really excited about the entrepreneurs that we have on today's show because two of them have a product that has not yet been fully released. So of course we always want to present some news in this show. So I saw some screenshots of the Kids Explorer. You're seeing Marcus here right next to me. Can you please introduce yourself?
Nice. Thanks for having us tonight. So I'm Marcus Schmeiduk, and I'm the CEO of Kids Explorer. And what is Kids Explorer all about? It's the goal is to build a new kind of micro-local tourist guide for the vibrant neighborhoods in Berlin.
Yeah, so because it's radio, people can listen back to it, but I'm going to repeat it a little bit more slowly so that people really understand what we are talking about, because of course it's a new project. So it's micro local tourist guide.
Yep.
Okay, and Kiez in German stands for neighborhood, right?
Right. So when you are in Hamburg or in Berlin, Kiez is a neighborhood, and we are providing a micro-local, which means we are just concentrating of this little part of Berlin. And our first app release will be about Neukölln. And Neukölln, which is right now the most popular Kiez, I would say. Most hip,
with the highest
Kiez.
Unemployment rate and with the most social problems.
Right.
Yes, but also very local or very popular with the tourists, right? So, but we're going to listen more to you, what you have to tell about, because first I have to introduce the other people that are guests at the show today. So, Philip Eibach, do I pronounce it correctly?
Yeah.
So, what are you doing?
I'm the founder and CEO of WowFM, which is a mobile music service. It's an app for your smartphone that allows you to play your music and broadcast it at the same time, so others can tune in and join you and listen to the same song at the same time. So it's a bit like a radio model, as if you were a little radio station. Yeah.
Yes, and I have your app already for a couple of months on my telephone, but there's a new release coming up. How about that? What's the status of that process?
We're on the last steps of getting the new version out there. There has been this SoundCloud testing version out in the summer, which was really cool for us to gain some insights on how people use it and being able to use the SoundCloud catalog to get some insights into this. And now we are ready. Soon we will be ready to release the new version, which will allow you to play almost every song you have on your iPhone.
Yeah, and it was kind of kamikaze for me to organize this show now at this moment at your office, because could you tell me honestly, do you, of course, you feel alive, you feel vibrant, but do you feel like this is also not a very difficult time for you as an entrepreneur, working so hard every day to get the product out there?
Right now, to have this show right now?
No, well, this show is easy for you, This is a picnic, but real life.
This is this entrepreneurial life. Somehow it's always up and downs, and it's always taking some risk. But I think you have to take its body, and that's the way.
Yeah. So, are you in an up or in a down at this moment?
This minute up, next minute down, maybe. I don't know.
This is also for me very fascinating. For me as a journalist, talking to entrepreneurs, I feel very privileged to get a quick peek into their lives, because it's so volatile, like the financial markets. It's up and down, like you say. And what keeps you going is maybe your character then and your strong belief. So I'm really looking forward to hear more about that. And also as a guest at this show, we have Benjamin team of Barku. And I'm not sure, you know, we have some audience already, some people that I don't know, but is he already here, or does anybody know Benjamin of Barku?
You can jump in for him.
Yeah, who can pretend like it's okay. Benjamin is not really there, but we're going to introduce him after some more music, and then we're going to talk about your life as entrepreneurs, but also, of course, more about the product, which I'm really excited about. And with the thing that I didn't tell yet, that we're in Neukölln at this moment, and you know, we are here in the Reuterstrasse, and there's a beautiful park across. So it's really nice, also very nice street, and the office that you have is like really a startup. It's just, you know, you have like 60, 70, maybe 80 square meters, just some desks brought in, and this is where all the blood, sweat and tears are, you know, produced every day.
We,
right,
we
Philip?
spend a lot of time to make it look as cheap as it is now. Yeah.
Okay. So Carmen, would you please play some more for us? Yeah. How do you feel at this moment, and as an artist in an office, because it's not a normal setting?
Yeah, it's cool. It's good.
Yeah? Okay.
I like
Well.
that.
There's so much to say, but we keep quiet. I need to double doubts and we deny it. Sentimentalize, it gets complicated, but honest words hurt more. Can you take my hand while walking beyond the thin line? Can you take my hand while walking beyond the thin line? Lost in somehow, like a romantic idiot. In fact, I don't know who you are. In the mess we're in, almost broken hearted. So let's fade it out and restart it. Can you take my hand while walking beyond the thin line? Can you take my hand while walking beyond the thin line? Can you take my hand while walking beyond the thin line? Can you take my hand while walking beyond the thin line?
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so if anyone knows Benjamin,
He should be here in a minute.
okay, but he is coming. That I just wanted to check if somebody knows him who could send him an SMS or an email that we started.
But he should be here.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's no problem. You know, once I had a show where all the guests actually were 10 minutes late. So I was here sitting at the table and the musicians were already there. So I asked them, okay, could you play a song? And then could you play another song? And then everybody after 10 minutes came in and they said, yeah, but 6 o'clock a radio show, this is Berlin, 6 o'clock is too early. So they started blaming me for, that I counted on them on 6 o'clock. So I learned from that. So I never count on people to come at 6 o'clock. But fortunately, we have 2 people here at the table, so let's go quickly over to them. I would love to start with Philip Eibach, the CEO of Wawa FM. You explained before the song what the app is, but what problem does it solve, in your opinion?
Problem. It's hard to call it problem. I would more call it something like that has not been there before. Basically, this means listening to music together on the mobile. I mean, if you take a look around while walking through the city, there are so many people listening to music, wearing headphones, and there's so much music around us. Everybody's listening to some kind of music, but you never get a clue about what people are listening to next to you.
Yes.
This is where the idea came from. We said, okay, isn't there a technical way that lets us listen to music together on the go and break free from this isolation of your headphones?
Mm-hmm.
And so when it comes to problem solving, maybe this is solving the problem of being isolated via headphones.
Yeah. I think it's a wonderful idea, but do these things exist already in Germany or anywhere in the world?
As far as I know, no.
Okay.
There have been services that try to address this problem via Bluetooth, peer-to-peer streaming service, but it doesn't really scale, and it always depends on some kind of near-field connectivity, which is not really stable. So our solution is far more stable, and maybe this is what makes us so confident that we can find it, can do it.
Yeah. Are you really confident that the product because in the beginning, then when you release a new app, can you say when it is, or is it still top secret?
It will be early December.
Early December. Okay. Because after that, you of course the more people are involved, the more interesting the product becomes. So what are your ideas? In the beginning of December, how to get a lot of traction in the app that people are actually going to use it?
I mean, the cool thing about it that it's somehow it makes more fun to use Wawa with a lot of other people. So we're going to integrate some kind of invite features that you can say, okay, I don't want to listen to my music only by myself, but I can invite my buddies and my friends to join me. So there's some kind of viral features in the app itself, but
are you going to start with a selected audience, or can everybody that already put now his email on the wawa.fm website get the invite right away?
No, and right now it's not right away,
Okay.
but we are releasing more and more, but you can get higher on the list the more people you get into the list. So it's somehow the better you do, the better you spread the word, the higher you get on the list.
That's smart, of course.
Somehow maybe.
Yeah, because what are the steps afterwards? Okay, you get a lot of traction, and then everybody's going to advise each other. Okay, listen to this station or listen to that station. Everybody is sharing his music in a social way on the mobile. So what is in it for you as a company to have all these people using your app?
I mean, the more people using it, the more fun it makes. The more,
of course, but you have a business.
The more
right?
I discover. Yes, you often
there is
ask
a model
into this
behind
music
this.
context. You have to earn some money since we are paying the royalties to the collecting societies.
Yeah.
We're going to provide some extra features that makes it even more fun to use it. But in the long run, we are wanting to establish some kind of channel that is even interesting for stationary radios. So to say, you can not only people can be radio stations, but places can be too. For example, just 2 weeks ago, we did a pilot project together with the Watergate, and we live streamed what has been played.
A big club here at the corner of the spray. Yeah.
Exactly. And so people could stand out. Who have been standing around could tune in and get a live preview of what's played inside, and so this is something we've been playing around with. And,
okay, yeah, Watergate is a cool club to start with because I think it's very popular.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So, and what were the reactions after this test?
It has been only in the inner circle, so we had tested with some beta testers. Has been more like a technical proof and to get it ready and to get the approval from the DJ. I always have to ask the DJ and the artist whether they want their stuff to be streamed. But it worked out, so this is something we're heading in the future as well, and having some quite interesting projects in the pipeline. Looking forward.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's really cool. That's probably an up if you talk about entrepreneurship. Thinking about all these new things that are coming.
Let's have a look how long it lasts.
Yeah. Well, that one actually was my my question as well. What's the financial structure now? What kind of funding do you have?
We just received. We had some angel funding, and this allowed us to develop the app and now to release it. But as soon as we are out there, we're going to take the next step.
Yeah. So there's going to be a first round. The papers have already been signed, or
cannot really talk about it. Yeah. soon to be released. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's together with the new release. You're also going to make public who the investor on board is.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
right. And how long do you give the product to become interesting enough for the bigger radio stations or maybe the venues that the audience that is using the app? When do you think you can really sell the
for existing
product?
radio stations?
Yes,
you
right.
mean?
Yeah. Of course, you hope in 1 month, but realistically,
how long it does take for
to really sell stuff?
Okay. Hard to answer because what we realize is somehow that Wawa is some kind of behavior change. So this always takes a certain risk. I mean, we have some brave calculations, some brave projections in here.
They're here in the conference room, right in the back.
You've
where the
seen
dreams.
them?
Yeah, I've seen the
you
conference
shouldn't have
room.
seen it. Right. But we are hoping to gain some traction pretty soon, of course, as every startup does. Yeah.
As soon as possible. That's just the answer.
Yes, it is.
It's more a stupid question of a journalist, who's not in the
go on.
of an entrepreneur. He wants to have deadlines. When do you want this next step? And of course, for you, it's just a matter of as soon as possible, and otherwise, you go bankrupt, and then the project is over. It's as simple as that.
That's the story of a startup, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But that's why it's also that exciting, I think. Yes. Okay, so thank you very much for introducing Wawa FM, and maybe later on in the discussion about Berlin, we can also include the story about behavioral change, because maybe in Berlin there's also some kind of behavioral change, in the society as a whole, how people look upon entrepreneurs and about entrepreneurship. Of course, with the huge drive now here in the scene that the technology scene, the web companies that are really going forward pretty fast. So maybe we can integrate that into the discussion, because it's also a very interesting topic. But first of all, I want to also welcome Benjamin. How do I pronounce your last name? Thum. Yes. Okay.
I'm sorry for my delay. I'm living in Berlin. It's more than
wait. You have to switch on the microphone. Yes, please.
I'm sorry for my delay.
No problem. No, I just gossiped a little bit about you to punish you in the end. So it's we settled the score. No. I didn't say anything, but it was just I told a funny story about other people being late at the show. So you're not the only one. So
okay.
Yes, no problem.
I'm glad about that.
Yes. So what makes this show really beautiful? I say this every week, but it is true. Only talking is very boring. The music really makes the show. And today we have a wonderful artist. Her name is Carmen. Can I put in a request, or is that too hard? Something more up tempo, something that makes us warm.
I'm sorry.
No, you're really into. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we should have prepared
Only
this.
the hard stuff.
I don't want to embarrass you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I get emotional then. Okay. But it's because of you then. Okay. Would you please play something for us again?
Yeah. So the most slowest song. Lay your head down in my hands. I'll struggle away your sorrow, still you can.
you, Carmen. Wonderful.
I have it. Okay.
Yeah, you want to restart? I can edit this later. In the podcast, nobody will notice. And we have very few watches of the live stream. So if you want to start again, no problem.
I start the chorus again. I tried.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead. Just do your thing.
Yeah, and breathe in and out is also good.
Can we do the interview again?
No.
Okay. Beneath your feet run healing waters. Their gentle love stand faithful guard. Light shines on the road to follow. On your own you find a home. A sacred place to walk alone. Time sings a sweet lullaby. Heavy-hearted, I'll kiss you goodbye. Don't hold on, let go fast. Follow your song and leave the past. Follow your song. Beneath your feet run healing waters. Their gentle love stand faithful guard. Light shines on the road to follow. Go on your own. Beneath your feet run healing waters. Their gentle love stand faithful guard. Light shines on the road to follow. On your own you'll find a home, a sacred place to walk alone. You have to walk alone. You have to walk alone. You have to walk
You see, the best song ever. This was right. Okay, so we're going to talk about even Bild is writing about Neukölln. So how bad can it be? This is really something. No, I'm joking, but you saw the article in Bild about
Right.
So Neukölln, because we are also talking during this show with Kids Explorer, and they're starting out in Neukölln because kidsexplorer.com, of course, has a lot more potential, like in the whole of the German-speaking world. I guess everybody knows the word kids or not.
So I think it's not a well-known name for English-speaking people.
Okay.
But I think all the people coming to Berlin and to Germany are more or less learning this name really soon, as soon they are arriving in Berlin and travel around.
Mm. But isn't it too local, the name?
We will see. I hope not.
Yeah, you hope not.
So
yeah.
So the
But
idea
could you
is-
make money with only Neukölln,
Sure.
letting people with their micro-local tourist guide explore Neukölln? Would that make enough money for you to run the business?
So the thing is, if it is successful, and sure we can expand it to other cities like New York, London, of course, and then we have to choose another name for this city. But of course, Kids Explorer is just for the German-speaking market right now. We're releasing the app in English and German. of course, there are a lot of English-speaking people living in Berlin, so that's important for us. And then we will see what happens. So we are releasing Neukölln in the coming weeks, we hope. So we are all set and ready. The app is in the App Store, and it's in the process of approval right now. And originally
it takes about 2 weeks mostly.
It's from 5 days to a week right now.
Okay.
So we will see. Originally, we hope to make a live launch at the show, but Apple is still searching for explicit content, I guess.
Yeah, the stupid Apple in this, this releasing of the apps is really like a process that every entrepreneur drives crazy.
So what I know, it's getting better and better. So originally there was the time period was about 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah. And they're getting faster.
They're getting faster. Okay. But you wanted to release it live here at the FridayatSix show, but you're now telling me it's not going to work.
So maybe when you are inviting us again in 1 or 2 weeks, we can do the live launch at your show.
Okay, well, I'd love to. Next week we're at Crowd Park, so maybe it's in the neighborhood, it's Warschauer Straße, so you can come along anyway and maybe do a presentation after the show. Yeah, okay. So how do I pronounce your last name? Because your name, Markus Schmeiduch?
Yeah, it's difficult to pronounce in English. Okay. Most people say Schmeiduch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Schmeiduch. Okay. Yeah. So why Neukölln? Why do you start there?
So Neukölln, a lot of changes happening right now. Gentrification is going on. A lot of people are moving in. Gentrification.
What's that?
Neukölln was always in the last 20 years a neighborhood in Neukölln in Berlin, which wasn't so popular. It was kind of rough to live here, and a lot of creative people around the world are attracted by Berlin and moved to Berlin, to Kreuzberg and Prenzlberg in the times before, and now it's really pricey to live in Kreuzberg, so the creative wave is kind of swapping over to Neukölln, over the Landwehrkanal. It's cheap to live here, so a lot of the youngsters right now are moving to Neukölln, so that's really the most interesting part is to see what's happening in the short time period. So when you live in Neukölln, you can see a lot of change happening in just 1 year. A lot of cafes and bars are opening, a lot of artists are moving in. And we wanted to cover this process, so we produced a video documentary for the app. It's a 10-minute video documentary where we interviewed a lot of people who are living here, and we're showing the beauty of the neighborhood. So
the beauty of the neighborhood.
Yeah, we really think that Neukölln is beautiful, and it's a nice place to live. So, as I said, Bild-Zeitung.
Do you also go inside in the apartments where people live with 10 at 50 square meters?
No.
Okay. Because that's the real Neukölln, of course.
So we are tourist guides. So we think that, of course, we are also writing about the problems in Neukölln, but it's a tourist guide, so people should use it as more or less fun.
But why only like the nice, interesting things? Because I'm now touching the topic, of the relevance of the app. Because of course, tourists are, but there's a real Neukölln. There are real people over there. So I'm taking this approach not to attack you. I'm Dutch. I'm pretty direct. Sometimes I get feedback about that as well. But I mean, if you showed also like the dark side of Neukölln, that could maybe also profit from this wonderful new designed app.
So there are people in the video who are talking about the problems in Neukölln, and we also have tour guides through Neukölln to the Kiez. So we have a Reiter Kiez tour, a Körner Kiez tour, and in these tours we have a slideshow tour, and we also write about the change which is happening, and also the problems which are happening in some parts of Neukölln.
Okay, but
so it's not just clean and shiny.
Okay, it's also edgy and poor and dirty and
sure.
Yeah,
but as I said before, it's mostly for tourists. So there is a part, but we're really concentrating on the lot of new bars and exciting galleries and that stuff, which is
of course the positive side is also there.
Right.
Yeah. So you said tourists. So what's your, when you go live? How are you going to make this public? Do you have a huge marketing budget, or how do you work?
So Kiez Expo is a bootstrapped company. So Sebastian.
Yeah, the bootstrap means that you pay everything basically for yourself, no real investment on board.
Yep. So it's also a side project. So we have daily jobs, and we're putting the things together on night shifts and on weekends. And we produced already.
Cool. Yeah, right? Yeah, you don't look very tired. No, you're looking.
But I am.
You are. Okay.
I took 3 weeks off from a day job to really put the energy into the launch right now.
Okay. Yeah. So how many? What do you do to attract more people?
So when we launch, we hope to do a lot of press releases. So we do a lot of press releases, of course, and we hope to have some media coverage in Berlin, also with the current interest in the entrepreneur.
So there is interest
community.
for Neukölln. There is interest for the tech scene here in Berlin.
Right.
But how do you also, get the interest for this combination?
So besides that, we also have flyers ready to provide in the Neukölln bars. We're thinking about putting ads on the subway stations, also the big ones.
Illegal or?
No, legal.
Yeah, you have money for that?
So we have a little marketing budget. So flyers are really cheap right now. So we can produce 1,000 flyers for 50 euros. So that's not so expensive. And sure, when we hope that if it's some kind of successful to attract some investors to raise up the marketing budget.
Yeah, because did you already approach like Tip or Titi or like even you have with Heinz Bukowski, like the mayor of the kids of Neukölln. He's really approachable and he also likes new stuff. He's an old guy. He had his career. He's I met him a couple of times. I think he's open to new things. Did you approach him, try to do these kinds of things?
So this is our first public interview. And we're really secret right now. And as soon as the app is ready, we will
talk about
put all our energy in doing these things. So.
Okay. Also talk to Bukowski.
I don't know if he's available, but we will try.
You didn't try before?
No. So we have interviews in the Kiez Explorer app with architects who writes the Arctic Guide for Neukölln. We have interviews with. We also did an interview with Wawa FM in August about the new office in Neukölln. Yeah. So we will release that also. So that's our part. We try to interview a broad range of people. So we also have barkeepers there, and so. But we have no politicians right now. So maybe that's the next thing we do.
Yeah, and the app is going to be free?
No. So that's our business model is that we have a paid content app, and we will charge €1.59 or $1.99. For one app, and we have no ads in the app, and it's just editorial content. You can also we have a selected list of the best spots in Neukölln, and you can also check in right from the app to Govale, Foursquare, and Twitter and Facebook.
That's cool. You built it on top of Foursquare.
Not on top. So we had
integrated it.
We integrated it. Yeah. You can check in to Foursquare right from the app, but it's not a user-driven app. We have not a list of hundreds of dots on the map. So we have selected just the best spots in Neukölln we really know about. Should really know about as when you come to Neukölln. So we selected 40 locations, and that's it.
Okay, Benjamin Thum of Barku. Yeah, the microphone is on. When you listen to this interview, you're also an entrepreneur. What are the questions that you would like to ask him about Kiez Explorer? Do you have any ideas?
So it will launch in Neukölln, and I will be able to find new bars and awesome places and so on.
Yes, so the first release will be the Neukölln app, and we hope to put together a Kreuzberg and Friedrichshain app next year. And as I said, it's just the best spots. So we have 4 main parts in the app. So the first part is about introduction to Neukölln, to learn more about the creative wave, to have a video documentary. We have a survival guide, which
survival?
Yeah, a survival guide. So you have to know about the special things in Neukölln.
Like you know which plants to eat in the park if you get robbed and you don't have a credit cards anymore.
You definitely should know about the foxes on the streets at night. So
yeah,
that's one part.
Yeah. So any more questions maybe as a fellow entrepreneur, because I have very limited thoughts. I'm only a journalist trying to come up with smart questions.
It sounds pretty nice. Okay. I would like to know how what's the difference in comparison to Berlin, unlike Berlin, and the business model. Is it like only do you pay one time only once for it, or is it like an in-app purchase you have to do every month?
No, it's not contract based. So you have to pay €1.59 for the app, and the app comes with 200 megabyte of videos. So that's just one purchase at one time, and then you have everything. And of course, we will do updates for the locations and the interviews and so. And the second question was about the
unlike
Our goal was not, so of course, not currently is our first release, but what drives us was the idea to produce the best tourist mobile app we can build. So we really did a lot of thinking about providing really good tours through the neighborhoods with slideshows and GPS-based tracks, so you always know where you are. We have offline maps, and so there are features like that in other mobile apps, but we think there is still a lot of space for innovation there, and so we separate from Unlike and for Lonely Planet in two things. First, we think we have the best tourist guide. We hope. And second, we are doing this micro-local thing. So a lot of people coming to Berlin who are not interested in Brandenburger Tor anymore, so they're coming specific for the neighborhoods like Neukölln. And I think a Lonely Planet or Unlike cannot provide these deep insights into this local neighborhood in one app. So that's our part. We are doing this.
Philip Eibach of Wawa, do you like the music so far of Carmen that she's playing?
Sure.
Yeah?
You could have her every day here, yeah, sure, great.
You could have her every day. Is this a concrete offer?
in the morning music and the lunch music, yeah, great, absolutely.
No, but you live stream all kinds of music, right? Or is it only some kind of music? Would she fit in the model?
Yeah, to be honest, until now we focused a bit on electronic music.
Okay.
But this is something that we're now gonna open our scope a bit and say, okay. You know, Berlin and electronic music somehow belongs together, but yes, music is not only electronic. Huh?
Yeah, okay. And Carmen, would you use the Kids Explorer app in Neukölln when you're here? Would you download it?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah?
Because I live here in Neukölln, so I need it sometimes.
Yeah, okay.
And we will put your content on our event calendar, of course.
That would be great.
So, collaboration, that's what I like. So, would you play some more music for us? And what's the next song called?
You.
So Carmen totally warmed up now, giving us like the extreme power voice exhales. How do you call them? I don't know the English word for that when you do this very loud, powerful voice. You don't know as well. Okay,
No.
well, but beautiful. I really like it. And maybe after the show, we should convince Philip of Wawa FM that he really should do like your songs. But also, do you have a SoundCloud account, by the way? The Berlin.
No,
No, you don't. I have a business idea that I now here want to present live during this show. All these Berlin bands, nobody has they have old MySpace accounts, but nobody uses them anymore. So I think there's really potential for, an impresario or MySpace. Yeah, right. Yeah. So, so it's really old, and they don't know how to present themselves on the internet. But as you can hear, the quality of the music is so high. So I really think there should be some kind of collaboration between the internet, the tech scene and the music scene here in Berlin, and not only the techno, because techno knows its way around on the internet, but I mean also more the traditional music style scene here in Berlin. So I'm thinking of something. So if you have any ideas, or then just send me an email or whatever, try to set something up, because I think this artist should really have a kick-ass presence on the internet, because it's good, and you don't have even a SoundCloud account, which is really easy and free. And I'm not getting sponsored by them, because you can use Mixcloud as well, or I don't care, but this is my thought when I listen to your music. So, also here at the show is Benjamin Thum of Barku. So what is Barku? Because I can scan products with my mobile, and you have all my data then, and you track me everywhere what I buy, and I'm getting kind of scared. What kind of company do you have?
No, you don't have to be scared. Well, it's simple. It's actually all about transparency for the consumer. So you scan a product with your mobile phone, and then you get price comparisons, including local retailers, test reports, including, for Germans, very important Stiftung Warentest, and 320 other test reports.
Yeah, so that it's kind of a quality label.
Yes, exactly. And then ratings of other users, but also, for example, ecological information such as sustainability traffic light of the producer, or the food traffic light that tells you if that product has too much sugar, fat, or whatever in it.
Ah, wow! And I can all see this in an app when I scan the But do all products have this kind of label with all the information in the supermarkets? For instance, if you want to meet me, you can go to the Rewe in the Chausseestraße. There I do my groceries. Yeah. But I've never seen these labels in my supermarket where I can use it. But maybe I haven't seen it, or is it also not there?
No, it's actually all about the normal barcode that is on the products already. So
Okay.
can use it with every product. Of course, we don't know every product, but
Okay.
currently we have a hit rate of about 86%.
Okay.
So with most of the products it works. And then, there you get all the information, wherever you are.
Yeah, so the barcode is the essential thing where the app revolves around. So how does it work for me as a consumer? I scan this, I get all this information. Do you see that it changes the way people do their shopping, or is it just a fun thing?
Well, I hope it changes for some people at least. Of course, there are also fun scans. We see people scanning their beers at night very often, stuff like that. But that's fine as well. So we think it does have an impact on the consumerism of people out there. And
But do you see it in the data that you have?
Well, we can't really tell if people were buying a product or not. We only know they were scanning it. And then we can see what they were using in the app, for example, reports. And we can definitely tell they are clicking on stuff like sustainability information and stuff like that.
But who would be interesting to know, what kind of products are scanned? Because you even know that you don't know that they were bought.
Yeah. Well, actually, people are scanning all products out there. At the beginning, we were starting with high involvement goods, such as electronics and media, of DVD, books and stuff like that. But people are actually scanning all the time the fast-moving consumer goods. So the stuff they can eat, they drink, and for example, their shampoo. And so actually it was kind of tough for us at the beginning to get data for these products, the so-called low involvement products, but actually they are not so much low involvement. They are actually also high involvement as well. And that's changing now via the mobile phone. People are really like interested in the ratings. What do people think about the shampoo and so on?
Yeah, and why did you start with this product? How long does the company exist already?
We do it now since 4 years and a few days.
4 years. You remember, like,
yes.
having a relationship.
It was 1st of November.
Or maybe even more important than a relationship. You know how you how long you have been with your girlfriend?
Well, not as long.
Not as long. The company was there first.
Yeah.
But 4 years is quite some time. How and for me it was still entering this tech world, being a non-tech journalist. I never heard of the product. Is that my fault after 4 years, or is it your fault?
Well, it's kind of sad that you have not heard of the product. But anyways, we are live with it since 2.5 years actually. So the first months and first 1.5 years were coding and getting all the data together and being busy with bullshit such as J2ME apps for phones before the iPhone. So that kept us busy at the beginning.
Yeah. No, but the question was, do you get enough traction to really go forward with the product?
Oh, well, definitely. We have more than 4 million installations by now. We are we're like huge distance the biggest pure mobile brand in the German-speaking market. So it's amazing. Well,
but why don't I hear more from you then? Why do I have to discover that right now? When you say 4 million downloads?
I don't know. Normally the people know what we do when I tell them about it. Yes.
Yeah, I know that you won a couple of prizes, and I've been only here since 8 months in Berlin. But is it really something that people that I could know also use it, or? Because I don't know.
You should use it as well, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I should have used it before the show also to look what it looks like. So I'm now caught in the act by saying that. But is it really something that you could say of, okay, this is going to conquer the world?
Well, it's actually enough for us if it's conquering most of Europe, and so. Well, it has been incredibly successful. We had 3 positive tipping points, I would say, if I look back by now. At the very beginning of 2009, when we started, no one was interested actually. Also, our press release was not successful at all. And then we integrated something that people here call Lebensmittelampel, the food traffic light, and that was a huge PR success. So it was on all the TV stations. And then later we launched with the iPhone app. And that was a huge success again. And then, for example, this year, this is more on the marketing side, but then Apple featured us on the TV spot here in Germany. So it was live on TV during prime time, the Champions League, Deutschland sucht den Superstar and everything.
Yeah.
And of course,
Sylvie van der Vaart was talking about you, my most famous Dutch fellow citizen here in Germany, or not?
Sorry?
Sylvie van der Vaart?
I'm sorry. I don't have a TV at home. I don't know these people. But
okay.
Now,
yeah. You got your promotion, all right. The promotion that everybody is basically dreaming.
I hope she did.
But you were. But now, because I've been involved with the startup scene with the Six Wunderkinder and the Gitsy and the SoundCloud and all these new kids on the block. But if I listen to you now, and I also of course knew that because you started 4 years ago, you've been here for a very long time. Do you feel that you are also part of this new wave, or do you feel like more old school?
Well, I think we are part of one wave, so definitely we feel part of it as well. And it also felt at the beginning when we came here, also at that time, people said, well, it's a hype. Everybody who wants to start a company is coming to Berlin. I think it's not that new. But we're getting used to it, and it's getting bigger and bigger, obviously. And so I guess 4 years ago, if someone would have said a Berlin company gets a funding of 4.2 million, like Six Wunderkinder just did, then everybody would have been totally excited. And now it's kind of, you get used to it, and it's getting normal.
It's only bigger.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is really refreshing, of course, because everybody who just came to Berlin thinks, wow, this is new and never happened before. But how do you look upon that?
Yeah. Well, I think as I just said, I think it was already normal 4 years ago. Of course, it's bigger now. But when I remember, or at least when I think back of the time, when we were 3 people starting the company, and we were living in different cities, and it was totally obvious and totally clear that we moved to Berlin and start a company here.
Already
and
4 years ago.
Already at that time, people said, "Oh, yeah, of course you moved to Berlin."
Mm-hmm. So could you maybe react on that, Philipp Albach, CEO of Wawa FM? Do you also think that what's happening now in Berlin is, it's bigger, but it's not really new? It was happening all along, also 4 years ago.
Can't really answer because 4 years ago I didn't look so much at this.
Okay, what did you do 4 years ago?
Scene. 4 years ago, I've been busy with my studies and finding a way to get out of the studies. I don't know,
Okay.
yeah.
By finishing it, I hope, or
Yeah, partially.
okay. No, but because I think this is really like also relevant for the story that Berlin has to tell. Because now, the last half year, we cannot deny that there has been so much media coverage of also international media. But if you now say, okay, but we have to, see through this hype and just acknowledge that it was already there, then maybe people will get back to work and do normal things. Or don't you think it's a hype right now?
No. I mean, it's a hype, and when it comes to press coverage and everybody talks about, what's so special about Berlin is because of the history. Berlin has maybe always been a bit cheaper in comparison to other cities, and this made it every time attractive to startups and low budget startups, of course. So Berlin has always been suitable when it comes to budget, and plus it has always been a creative city, so you can attract a lot of good staff, good people working around here. And what's new today, I think, it's that even more people from abroad come in, so even better staff, plus the investor. Now the whole VC scene is looking to Berlin, and they are opening offices here, and this makes it easier to get funding in Berlin, and yeah.
Okay, so that's new. And what do you think, Kids Explorer? Do you also think that it's? What do you think of what's happening now in Berlin?
So I think it didn't happen overnight. So as you said, a lot of agencies was moving to Berlin in the last 10 years. A lot of big companies like Nokia have offices here. And the new thing is that the money which is in the city. So it kind of happened overnight that the VCs come to and fund the companies. And on the other side, besides that, Berlin more and more become the capital of creativity in Europe. So 20 years ago, you have to move to London or Paris, and now Berlin is the center of Europe in the creative scene. I would say
capital of music.
And the capital of music.
And the capital of music. Okay, because of course, with Barku as well. I don't want to pretend that I know everything. But do you feel that you profit from this new hype as well? In attention, or with the VCs around the block, do you feel also that there's some more input for you that you could use with the company?
Well, I guess for us right now it doesn't make a big difference because we are not searching for VC money right now, and with all the media articles out there, obviously, I would do the same if I would be a journalist. They picked very huge ones, such as VUGA and so on. And there we are not mentioned when they mention the first or 5 biggest startups. So for us, it doesn't make a huge difference. But I'm happy for Berlin, and I think it's great.
Yeah, because maybe you can also attract even better qualified personnel, maybe because of that, because more kids come over here to look for work, or?
Yeah, we just hired a guy from Spain and a guy from France.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So and why do they come? Because of Berlin, or because of the company?
Well, I guess several reasons. Because of course, I hope that they are convinced of the company as well, and of course they also love Berlin. And then, for example, in Spain, I guess the economy is not in the best state, so that might be one reason as well.
Yeah. The unemployment rate under young people is
Horrible.
enormously. Yeah. So
Come to Neukölln, everybody.
come to Neukölln. Yeah.
And buy the Keys Explorer.
It looks great. Yeah, I just had a look. It looks amazing. I like the interface a lot. It looks really great.
Yeah. So yeah, waiting for the Apple approval and then go live.
With you next week, maybe.
Yeah, it would be really cool if we could do that. But okay, so in a very indirect way, is Barku also profiting from the new vibe that was going on?
Yes.
Because I didn't mean it in a negative way, but I tried something out from my perspective. Because I saw you looking, well, hey, why the hell are you attacking me in this way that I'm not part of? But no, or you didn't feel like this?
No.
No? Okay. I always ask live feedback of people. That's kind of strange sometimes, but...
No, that's good.
No? Okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're still friends.
Of course.
Yes, okay. So, Carmen, would you like to play some... Do you? I saw that you were a bit distracted. Do you think it's still nice or not?
That's okay.
It's... Oh, okay, yeah. We talked for too long. We should have gone to the music sooner.
No.
Yeah?
No.
Yeah. Okay, but thank you. When you play, then we come back and we talk about entrepreneurship. I'm really looking forward to that. Do we have still some time? Oh, it's very little time. Okay, so we do one song and then for 5 minutes we talk about being an entrepreneur, and then we'll end the show if that's okay with you. So please, one song and after that, to close something. Do you still have 2 songs available?
No.
No, only one.
Oh, no.
Okay, so do you agree ending the show then that her playing the song? Then we just
Sure.
yeah. Are you okay with that? Then we're going to
Yes.
talk
Good
here
music.
live after about being an entrepreneur here in Berlin. Let's just call it a day.
Behind the scenes, maybe better.
And what the?
Behind the scenes.
I cannot understand you. What you do.
Behind the camera, talking about entrepreneurial life. Yeah.
Yeah, behind the real story that you didn't hear in the show. Yeah. So,
The gossip.
but we don't have a behind the scenes program yet, so people won't know how we're going to resolve that. Maybe you can put the iPhone on and then just not talk about it. Okay, so Carmen, thank you so much for being here at the show today and playing all these wonderful songs. I see that everybody likes it, so it's a good time. Continue, also without your guitarist, because normally you play with somebody else. But I think this is a very nice, good, succeeded experiment. So,
Thank you.
yeah. So up to you. Which song are you going to play to close the show of today?
It's called Remembrance.
Remembrance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So everybody, thank you for listening. Next week we are at Crowd Park and the Mint Band is playing. Come over to the Warschauerstrasse and enjoy the party with us at Crowd Park, because I think it's going to be another amazing show. And of course I want to thank you, Philip Eibach, for hosting us today at Wawa FM. Beginning of December you're going to live and sign up on their webpage for early access. And I hope that very soon you will get a lot of people who are going to use the app and then enjoy it and change behavior, that they are not going to listen to casual radio stations but to people around them who are using it on their mobile phone.
Might be great, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So Carmen, thanks.